really nice chorus. This is a really fantastic melody. I can hear myself just immediately getting addicted to this kind of song. I love this music. I can just have it on loops. So, it is time for another Wagakki Band react. So like I said right in the last video, these Wagakki Band, actually for me, has just become like a way for me to show my swords, my katanas. So last time, I showed you a Dao sword. Classic Chinese sword, right? I also have a Guandao one at home right now. This here though is much more precious to me. This is actually my grandfather, right? But my ancestral great-great-grandpa sword, okay? This is a heirloom. This is a Swedish military weapon. You can see here, right? The defend of it is much more prestige. It's a red. You actually wouldn't fight with it, right? It's more like the thing you carry around. You're riding your horse, you know. My ancestors would have this on him, right? Or have a rifle or whatever, right? So, to dox myself here. But my ancestor was like a famous general basically in Sweden. So he got a name, okay? So it actually goes back then, the same thing in Japanese culture, right? So back in Sweden, you actually weren't allowed to have a last name, a surname. You only had your name, right? That's why a lot of people have the name of, for example, Petersson, right? The son of Peter. And then his son would not have the same name like Petersson. If his name was like Johan, right? He would be Johansson instead of Petersson or so on, right? That's how it used to be. But my last name is an actual military term name. Because of my ancestors' success in the war, then he was called a soldier name. Japan is the same thing, right? You have to be like a noble person, a samurai, right? To have an actual full name. So my family, back in the days then, right, was like a Swedish knight family. On actually both sides of the family, but my mother's side and my father's side. So I have my whole family. We have like a, you know, an emblem. We have like a family crest or so on, right? So my actual real name is like a Swedish noble name, kind of thing, a military noble name, right? And this the sword then is based from that. I got my mother's a heirloom from my great ancestor. There was like a Swedish knight basically, right? So it kind of comes from. But it is kind of used like in Japan. Historically in Japan, right, for example, you only will have like the name Sasuke, right, you know, you would have an actual last name unless it's for an actual like famous samurai Boston, right, or people just have a name like that. To have a full name, you had to be part of like a family, noble family, right. So this here then is my family's sword. But now then, to Wagakki Band, another shamisen reaction perhaps, right? But anyway, before we go into it, please leave a comment below, guys. Should I do more about this stuff, right? I've been thinking for a long time, right? Just to make another channel, talk about history. I posted another video, but my grandfather was a history professor, and also a math professor. So I really like history. He also was a military commander than my grandfather. And then he became a history professor and, like I said, math and like science professor at the college and so on, right? So I grew up with him and I know everything about goddamn history. I've been lectured, you know, private lecture my whole life, right? About history, especially then war history, right? And the family line and so on. But anyway, let's go into some samurai music, guys. Side note, this one is actually really heavy. I don't know how it looks like that, but I have like 20 katanas and this one I think is heavier than every Japanese sword I have. It's much more heavier than a Dao sword. I think it's the hilt down here, right, feels it's so much more heavier. This part here is like twice of weight or something. It really fits your hand actually. It's kind of hard to move around. But anyway, let's go. Oh, it's very quiet. Should be quiet right there. Should be quiet.
Wagakki
Okay, so at the beginning here, I would say a much slower song, right, that I'm used from Wagakki Band, but I haven't heard that many songs yet, I guess, so maybe I'm just a noob when it comes to this thing, but it feels slower. I feel that what I like with them is the attempt to have very different, instrument focus, right, very different kind of pacing, tempo, rather, better for it. So I'm thinking that maybe right now it's gonna speed up. That's what I would expect from the previous one I heard from Wagakki Band, that this is here like a shift here now, right? Since I paused there, so I'm kind of expecting it to go much faster now, perhaps. But maybe the whole song is just like a more calmer, more emotional. Let's see it. I mean, it's not like super fast, but yeah, this feels more, a little faster. Really nice chorus. This is a really fantastic melody. I can hear myself just immediately getting addicted to this kind of song. This is that kind of perfect work song, you know what I mean? I love this music. I can just have it on loops. I don't know how you guys are, leave a comment below, but I love looping song, okay? Especially at work, and also gym to some extent, right? But, when I work, I don't actually listen to that many songs, you know what I mean? It's more like I go to work, right? And I pick like one song, okay? And before lunch break, right, I will play like this song for like 3-4 hours, you know what I mean? It's just looping while I'm working, right? So when I kind of get in the zone, you want to kind of be like, clicking on the mouse, boop, writing some whatever, right? I think you kind of want to get into that, and you want to sit there on the keyboard, but you want be like this, right? And this kind of song, I feel it's like perfect for that, all right? And then after lunch break, usually I suppose, right? Today we ate this really great buffet place for the better. My God, it was amazing. New restaurant next to work, really awesome. Went there with 2 colleagues. That was the best thing I eaten this year, probably, especially for the price of this buffet. And after the buffet, right, coming back then to the office, then I will change the song. You know what I mean? That's why I run at least. I don't know you guys, but I really like that. Yeah, it's like the same song for 3 hours, and I come back and listen to another song. Today, for example, I listened to Eve. One of Eve's songs, probably for like 4 hours, right, after lunch break. Yeah, it's the same song basically. But for example, like go to work, right, I'm in the car or whatever, then I tend to have like a Spotify loop or whatever. Yeah, then I tend to have like a Spotify list or whatever, right. But when I'm working, I just kind of like that, getting into kind of the feel, right, getting into the grooves. And I don't know what my long point here is, but my point is that this song is the perfect like looping song, okay? And I don't know, does that sound like a negative thing? For me, this is like a really good thing, right? I'm just trying to point it out that for me, that is like a really like, okay, this is really positive. That I can hear this melodies going around in my head, right, for hours. But I do think there's a difference, though. I think there's some songs which I think are really, really great, but I would never have them on repeat, right? Because maybe they're just too high-paced, maybe too aggressive, right? Maybe they're too slow, maybe too sad even. There's some songs that I love, right? Which are very, very emotionally sad. Having them on loop can be kind of like, nah, this doesn't work at all. This stuff feels like incredibly addictive melody to me. I can be like, listen to this thing for like 10 hours easily. But let's keep it going. This is what I mean. I'm addicted to this song now. It's like super addicting. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. I feel like I'm addicted now. Like, this is such an incredible melody. Do, do. Yeah, this beat, man, Jesus Christ. This is gonna be, as I said earlier, this is gonna be the song, right? When I come to the office tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna listen to this song for like 8 hours tomorrow. Incredibly addictive melody, especially the beat in the middle there, yeah, like the chorus melody, about like minute 2 to minute 3, yeah, that beat is like, this is so amazing. I have to admit though, guys, sometimes when I loop, this is the top reason now, I realize the shit a bit, right? And I will put it on a loop YouTuber. This is site called like, I think it's called like YouTuber Loop something, where you can like, you know, how to say it, you can like loop a specific bit of a video, okay? I definitely am guilty of that sometimes with some songs though. So I really love like a chorus or whatever, right? I might just loop that 1 minute, you know, for like 10 hours. That's how crazy I am. Yeah, I don't know, but I like that. Yeah, I like it, man. Not for every song, of course, but for some songs, I definitely will even do that. I'll be like, I'm going to listen to this song over and over and over again, baby. As a side note though, I will make a video about Swedish thing, but this is the most addictive song ever though, yeah, because of looping. This is my favorite loop song, you know what I mean? Fredric, yeah, this bit here. I don't know how many times I heard this song, guys. I probably have looped this song like a million times. Like, this is the go-to loop song for me, you know. It's when I'm at work, and like, okay, shut up, I'm gonna do some hard work now. I used to listen to this song for like 8 hours a day, easily. Jesus Christ, man, guys. Hope I didn't break your brains now, because I'm addicted to this song. For like 10 years, okay? For 10 years, this is my one ultimate. I love the name ODDLOPP. This is the ultimate loop song, guys. Anyway, subscribe and have a great day.